The Rampura Center of MIE English organized a debate session. This time, our Rampura Center brought a hyped topic to the stage.
Today's topic is technology is destroying human relationships.
Let's see some of the visuals.
Children are playing games through internet and watching YouTube.
They didn't even get the fictional example which was given by our fellow.
We believe language isn't just learned, it's lived, it's power to your voice. If one can, so can you.
Today's topic is technology is destroying human relationships. Two teams is going to perform, team A and team B. They are agree with this and they disagree with this. There are some rules here. Those who are agree with this, they are going to describe fast, okay, and after that the debate will begin. And this is it. And after that, each person will get 5 minutes to talk. And after end of the discussion, they will get a bonus round that we call rebuttal session. In that time, they will get only 2 minutes to prepare, and after that, one member will talk about 3 minutes. That's it. This is the rules. Okay. And my name is Sanjay. I'm instructor at MIE English Academy, and I'm the judge here. And also, ma'am.
Okay, my name is 𝐉𝐨𝐢𝐧 and I'm also working as an IELTS instructor and language trainer at MIE English Academy.
Okay, let us start.
Honorable judges, my dear opponent team and dear audience, I am 𝐉𝐸𝐺 and our today's topic is technology is destroying human relationships, and we are firmly agree with this statement. First of all, I want to say that we are living in an age where the glow of screens replaced the glow of a smile. And today, I want to say one thing, that we are more connected than ever before, but we feel more alone than ever before. So why is that happening? Because of the rapid growing of technology. And first of all, I want to give just 2 examples of 2 different countries who are the epitome of technology, like Japan and South Korea. But look at what's happening in there. Their population is decreasing rapidly because of the technology. They have a mass communication systems and they have improved their technology in the top level, but the trust of people is reducing day by day. People cannot trust each other, and their marriage is they don't want to marriage even. If we look at our social medias, we can send emojis, but we cannot share our feelings, we cannot share our emotions, and this is how it's happened. So the technology is connected by devices, but our hearts is not connected, and it may build a network, but it cannot build a family. And this is how technology is reducing the human relationships. It actually cannot make human relationships, instead of it's make the communication. So these are the 2 different things. And so there are some points that I want to share with you. These are the decline of trust and privacy in relationships. In this today's world, social media has a huge contribution in our life, and we share our personal lives, and we fake it, and we don't want to share our real identity and status because we want to feel ourselves that we are happy. But in the end of the day, we are not actually happy, and we feel alone, and we may have thousands of followers, friends in social medias, but when we want to meet someone, it's not possible in any time. And the second thing is the rise of comparison and jealousy. And the social media has a huge impact on our lives, as we want to show off our our pride and many things, and that is why people get jealous to each other, and they cannot even tolerate others' success as well. And the third point is the death of apology and forgiveness. People do not want to apologize anyone, because they are actually they think that they are the superior than others, and they do not they do not forgive even. So, and I have to say something about I have some questions about my opponent teams, that if technology improves relationships, why are loneliness, depressions and anxiety higher than ever in digital age? And also I want to add some examples that already I have discussed about. That technology has a greater impact on our education, our life and our families, and we often see that our families are living together but they are disconnected by hearts, and they maybe lives in a room, but their soul is not actually meet together. So this is how technology is destroying human relationships, as well as they are making us, I mean, it makes us separate from our family, our friends and our siblings. So this is how technology actually have a negative impact on our relationships. It actually just make the network and communications stronger than before, but it is not making the relationships like relationships must need emotions and physical presence. That's all from my side. Thank you.
We're going to start first.
Yeah, me. So thank you all. Where we are here today, we are here to express our idea. We are here to regenerate, reconcile to one another. But unfortunately, with some difficulties, I specifically want to say something. There is a lack of technology. If I want to say specific more, there is a load shedding. Because of this, our ceremony was being late. Okay. So, respected judges, dear audience, and my dear audio opponents, you, both of our team, and only the first speaker who didn't give any explanation of this topic. So this is the responsibility of myself to give the explanation of the technology and the relationship, what that refers to. So at first, the technology is not only any kinds of tools like social media or smartphones, but technology is far more than that. It is every human-made tool that solve problems and connect from the discovery of fire and invention networks. If we look through our history, every major technological milestone has reinforced human relationships, not destroyed them. Okay. Let's travel back in time. In the earliest human civilization, when humans invented the fire, they gathered around it not only to cook, but also to communicate, cooperate, and build trust. Fire turned strangers to communities. When the wheel was invented, people could travel and trade with distant groups, expanding beyond villages and tribes. Then came writing systems and the printing press technologies that allowed knowledge, stories, and emotions to travel through the time. Imagine how letters, newspapers, and books connected thinkers, lovers, and families across the generations. In the 19th century, when the telegraph and telephone brought a revolutionary change to allowing people to share their voices and emotions across the continents, later radio and televisions united societies through shared experiences. And finally, in the 20th century and the 21st century, the internet, satellites, and telecommunication made it possible for us to connect instantly, visually, and emotionally, regardless of distance. So, if we look at the bigger picture, technology has never isolated human beings. It has expanded the scale of our relationship from local to global. Now, let's support this with some evidence. According to ITU in 2024, there are 5.56 billion people. That's nearly 68% of the world's population are now connected to the internet. That means there is 2/3 of world humanity and communicate, collaborate, and share experience across borders in real time. A Pew Research Center study in 2023 that found 72% of people say technology helps them maintain relationships with friends and family, and especially those who live far away. Before the internet era, a migrant worker who lived in the abroad, he had to wait for weeks, even for months, to get a letter from his home. Now, with video calls and instant messaging, families separated by thousands of miles can see each other every day, share emotions, and make decisions together. In Bangladesh alone, nearly 90% of households have access to mobile networks, and millions of families maintain relationships with relatives abroad via video communication and remittance made possible only through technology. Are these signs of distraction? No. These are the signs of the transformation and empowerment. By limiting technology to social media or internet addiction, the opponent ignores totally the broader human story. They are confusing misuse with invention. It is not the technology. Our first speaker who said why we are face some loneliness issue. Okay, so it's how some people use it. Blaming technology for the loneliness is like blaming books for ignorance. Blaming technology for loneliness is like blaming roads for the car accidents. So when we are opponent claims it destroys relationships, they must prove destruction in the majority of cases and across the entire history. Thank you, judges.
Let's move on to the team collective.
I'm Mubashara Maliha. I see my opponent had some very strong points about this, but I think my opponent only emphasized on what benefits we are having due to technology, not about the topic, which is technology is destroying our human relationships.
Okay.
We are so much dependent on inventions that we don't know what to do when it disappears, like it happened before our debate. After a long day, as we know, after a long day, people used to sit together, share memories, share stories, and even they share silences. This kind of emotion expression used to help people to understand them more involvedly, and they can understand their core. Nowadays, our conversations has become WhatsApp text messages, voice notes, and emojis. Like, if we want to share someone's laughter, we just send them haha emojis. Like, we don't even know how they are laughing or how they are reacting. We're just sending them. Sometimes we send good morning text to 10 people through WhatsApp. But we skip the person beside us and forget about them to wish good morning or good evening.
Okay.
And sometimes we don't even ask our friends and family how you are feeling. Instead of that, we are asking them what's up and move on. We talk more than ever before, yet we connect less than ever before. We are replaced by our forwarded messages instead of our effort. So in the past, people used to share those moments very deliberately. But families, we can also emphasize on our families about this thing. If we want to see more observably, our homes, at our homes, we have an invisible wall between our family members. Our parents are scrolling through their screens every day, and almost like it's 24 hours. and the children are playing games through internet and watching YouTube, and the teenagers are glued to their screens and they don't even know whom they are chatting with and how are they gonna a good friend or not. People used to sit together and have a proper meal and share their days and newses, and nowadays we are like sitting together, but here is screen on the table of our mobile, there is screen of TV, and on the table we have tablets. So warm family talks are disappearing due to technology. I agree, technology is helping us to communicate more and more, but is it really how communication works? Like, we are not communicating properly to the people who are in front of us. That's not how relationship works. Some researchers have researched for two new words. They are technoference and fubing. Technoference means technological interference between partners. It happens when technology is disrupting their relationships. And fubing is when partners are not content enough about their other partner, when they are truly checking their screens, mobiles, laptops, and there are a lot of miscommunication and lack of trust. If we talk about technology and also human relationships, we can see that a lot of developed countries like Netherlands, Norway, and Sweden, New Zealand, they are emphasizing on family gatherings, and they are also very conscious about how we are spending our time and our holidays with our family members. So mental health, emotional disconnection is a very common issue due to this, as we are using technology in a lot of situations, and constant scrolling is making us for constant validation. Like, we want to be picture perfect in social medias, but life is not picture perfect. Life is all about imperfections and how we accept the imperfections in a perfect way. But social media is giving us the idea how we can present ourselves always happy, always acting, always together, but it's not how it works. And this is how our next generation is not learning the family values, the morals, and the validation in our relationships. So I want to ask my opponents that this time please elaborate about relationships, not the components of how we are getting the technology as its advantages.
First, I would like to address my fellow competitor because she throws some questions like, we are using so much emojis like haha emojis and some other emojis. Why? Don't we have the access of video call, the live example, the live communication and broadcasting issues? Why do we always have to use the haha emojis? Okay. Then you also mentioned the scrolling issues and some other things, and the scrolling times. Why you are using so much? Did you have to use that technology in 24 hours? You can reduce the screen times even if you want to. You can make a routine to how you will approach to the technology and how you will use that technology. Okay. Now I would like to draw the kind attention the fact that now everyone, I would like to use our minds as a time machine, because the fact that back in one year and 2 months before, the biggest revolution of a country was happening back then. The July Revolution. Okay. The whole country, whole generation became united by using technology, using some like apps and social media, you can say. Big YouTubers and influencers like 𝐼𝐶 and other influencers supported our movement and make a clear-cut statement that this movement should go under circumstances.
Okay. Doesn't this is a piece of
Massive human relationship that we are building.
and build up as a one nation?
How these things are happening?
You have to add a technological term in to solve this puzzle.
Now, I would like to talk about the Gaza situation. The recent incident which occurred in our country.
A old citizen, went to the Palestine embassy of a country and
Why? Because he wanted to go to Gaza and fight against
Israeli armies.
My friends,
Think about that. A single person.
how a single person can feel so much emotion and affection to a particular country where even he didn't.
Haven't been before. So it is the very technology which played a bigger role here.
So by using the social media platforms, people are observing the devastating invasions and connecting themselves with these regards. Besides, many funds are being collected by social platforms to save the lives of people of Gaza. So how can you deny the fact that technology is hampering? Technology is destroying the human relationships.
Well, my fellow candidates
Might ask a question about the bombs and guns which are using to eradicate the people of Gaza. My friend,
well,
I love to say that the same bombs are using to make a tunnel inside a mountain and build a secure communication and connection and relationship between two countries. And the guns which were originally built to save the humans from devastating dangerous animals. And it is a matter of tragedy that these things are using to against us.
so
I'm feeling ashamed to say that the humans are here to be blamed. It is their responsibility to how they will use the technology. It is them to be
culprit, blamed. And I would like to say a few sentences about that.
a knife can cut a bread and the same knife can be used as a killing machine.
And again,
A fire can burn you to the ashes and the same fire can give you to the warmth in terms of winter. So my friends, my point is, it is up to you how you will approach to the technology and how you will use this technology. It is your own benefits or you will use it to destroy the relationships, human relationships which now are doing is Israeli things and Israeli armies are doing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm 𝐶𝐻𝐼𝐴 and I am agreeing with this. And my first point is technology is reason for reducing our face-to-face communication. Nowadays, people don't communicate with each other into eye contacts. They are only focusing on mobile screens and they scroll their screens. They don't focus on their families, friends. In past time, people always talk and spend several time and they have a long conversation with their family, friends and relatives. But nowadays, they only focusing on their mobile. They don't talk much. They just emotionally disconnected from their friends and family. And in social media, we have a lot of friends, thousands of friends, but in real life, we don't have much friends. In social media, we just display ourselves to that we post a lot of stories with our thoughts, but we don't talk about our real emotion. We don't talk about our family, that we are mentally upset, we are emotional, feeling stressed, that's it. And also technology tracking our footsteps, they have no privacy. Whenever we post someone, we comment our thoughts, anyone can use without asking ourselves and without any permission, and it's a crime that we are talking about. And my opponent asked me a question that reducing screen time, it's not possible. In this era, we are trying to get more modern, and as a result, we just focusing on screens, not focusing on ourselves. And also, you talking about 𝐺𝐽𝑎. 𝐺𝐽𝑎 is helping us to know the situation, whereas the destroy of 𝐺𝐽𝑎 is misuse the technology by upper hands actually. And you also don't talk about relationship. We asked a question, what is relationship? You don't talk. And also in social media, we have barriers, cultures, and about languages. Whenever someone shows their cultures and talk about their languages, some people bully them and try to decrease them. And that's why some people can't take that emotionally, and they committed suicide or they committed crimes. So yeah. And if I talk about more, then emotional disattach actually. In time, we are getting emotionally disattached from our family, friends, and from our socialism. So yeah.
Myself, Mahmoudul Islam. I am feeling little bit timid and rambling full also, because we are disputing that kind of friends of mine who are not even know the exact meaning of this debate motion. They are just trying to explain the technology as just mobile phone, just using social media or so on. But the technology is not limited with this kind of component. There are a lot of things our technology have. Technology started from a million and millions years ago. The transportation, the system of housing, building, the system of every single aspects of our life, they are full of technology. Everything are technology. You are using a pen, this is a technology. You are using your watch, this is a technology. They are using pen, paper, everything's a technology. And they are explaining the relationship only as a family member, but not a family is not only the relationship. There are a lot of relationship also you have. Some colleagues have a relationship, and friendship is also a relationship. You can make a new relationship with a person who are staying in overseas also. What about that? Yeah, and my fellow opposition first member, he talked about social media, and he told this that they can share just emojis, can't share feelings. So my question is, before invention the communication technology, how you did it in that? What is the process actually? You just could send a letter, but without surety will it reach or not. That's it. But nowadays you can communicate with your family members. If you staying overseas, if you staying so far from your family, you can talk with them through mobile phone, through lot of components you have to communicate with them. You can build your relationship more stronger, more wider, and more sophisticated also. Honorable Speaker, let's think about an iceberg. What is an iceberg? An iceberg is a portion of ice which is typically floats on ocean in the winter time. About 90 to 95% of an iceberg remains beneath the water level, but the remaining portion, like 5 to 10%, stays above the water. The phenomenon is quite similar to the impact of technology. About 90 to 95% of it has positive aspects, and while the perhaps only 5 to 10% are negative impacts. And even in that case, that fault doesn't lie with technology itself, but with us. This is your fault, this is my fault. How we use it, how we operate it. You have the opportunity to connect with your family, but you are just scrolling. You are just saying your family member just a emoji. This is your choice to choose that, to do that. That's it. This is not a fault of technology itself. This is your fault. This is our fault. This is my fault. This is human's fault. That's it. Maybe my opposition friend they are just meticulously avoiding the significant impact of technology on human relationship, and they are just juggling with the narrower portion of impact of technology, and they are it's like an elephant in the room. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor, and obviously lots of gratitude to my wise judges, to fellow audience, and my beloved opponents also. Today's debate motion is technology is destroying human relationship. We are steadily and rationally oppose the motion, and my fellow team members already explained it precisely and elaborately. Now I will elaborate other notion of the stand with some rationale. The first notion is cross-border friendship. Nowadays, people can make international friendship across the whole world through study programs, online communities, and social medias, and so on. Was it possible before the innovation of technology? I am seeking your answer on it. Honorable Speaker, I don't know how a person can be that kind of ungrateful and simpleton. We saw some times ago our beloved opponent friends while preparing themselves to defame the technology with the help of taking technology itself. Is it not amusing? My second motion is global collaboration. Scientists, activists, and educators collaborate instantly from climate change to humanitarian efforts. Let me talk about undergoing wars, Palestine-Israel wars, and obviously Russia-Ukraine wars. If we compare this with World War I and World War II, we can see not only the impact of today's war is relatively limited, but also the longevity and the involvement are also fewer. What is the reason behind this? Should I take for 15 minutes? 15 seconds, sorry. Okay. Yeah. I think you couldn't find. So what is the reason behind this? I think you couldn't find the reason. You couldn't find the answer. I should give the answer, obviously. The fact is, global diplomacy with the media awareness and global pressure. What this kind of opportunity? How you find this? Obviously, with the technology. How you can deny it? So I think in this debate session, there is no legitimacy to approve this motion, and we obviously prove this in this debate session. Thank you, judges. Thank you, moderator. Thank you.
Please keep quiet. Now you have 5 minutes to prepare for your rebuttal session.
I completely agree with my opponents. How technology, media, and opportunities are giving us a lot to explore. But this is the main issue. We don't know our priorities nowadays. Our attention are locked in so many subjects and objects around us that we are missing out the priority rates. That's the whole thing about our human relationships, priorities. I don't know war, buildings, and nuclear power. How are these tools for human relationships? They are obviously helping us to develop and enrich as a nation, but I don't know about how it's helping our human relationships. Iceberg, why we are talking about iceberg and why we are explaining the positive ratio of our relationships with iceberg, I don't get it. As a human being, we know that how our mind and brain works, and human brains and we want to explore the things which we are not supposed to. That's how always human races have been worked. The whole world knows that human brains are very complex and we are only misusing it. We are developing so many inventions, that's true, in a positive way, but we are misusing it in a lot of ways. As I can remember about the video call, sometime I can see that the long distance relationship husband is talking over a video call with his wife, and after cutting the phone, he is going out for another date which he met on Bumble. So that's how technology is destroying human relationships, because we are not focused. What's our priority? We are focused what I'm getting from Bumble, what I'm getting from Tinder, what I'm getting from Facebook. I don't know how I can connect it with global war and buildings. I'm very much sorry. So as we know that the divorce ratio is very much higher than previous years, and the divorce rate is going very high and higher. What's the reason? The reason is technology.
Can you give any ratio of divorce ratio are higher than previous?
As we know that I can give you the ratio of women, the divorces which were happened for the women. The ratio was before in 2002 and 2002 to 2010 was 30%. Nowadays, in 2025, it's almost 60% to 70%. And we can see in our friend circles how much the divorce ratio is higher, and by this, using our brain, we can also compare how the ratio was lower before and the ratio is higher nowadays. So I am closing my part, and as it's about human relationship, so we were talking about gadgets and media, which are the core use of communication. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our dearest opponents. I think our dearest opponents are suffering with the lack of idea. They didn't even get the fictional example which was given by our fellow competitors.
Lack of idea of
So,
relationships.
yes, that's about the iceberg example. Okay. For that reason, they are trying to repeat the same blaming again and again, again and again. It seems they are like a frog in a whale. Okay. Honorable judges and dear audience. The opponent has claimed that technology destroys human relationships, that our inventions have made people distant, selfish, more unsafe, and emotionally disconnected. But we must pause and ask them, is technology itself to blame? Or is it the way humans use it? Okay, let's take a powerful historical example, the invention of dynamite by Alfred Nobel. Nobel created dynamite to help humanity to make construction and mining safer and easier, and to replace the dangerous black powder used in his time. His intention was totally human welfare, to save them, to save their lives, not to destroy their lives. Yet, when that invention fell into the wrong hands, that is used in wars and violence, does that mean the invention itself was evil? No, the problem was not the technology, but the human misuse of it. The same principle applies to all forms of modern technology. The interest, social media, or artificial intelligence are designed to connect people, share information, and make life more comfortable. If a small group misuses these kinds of tools, spreading hate and misinformation and addiction, it doesn't mean the technology as a whole is destroying the human relationships. Therefore, blaming technology for the breakdown of relationship is like blaming a pen for spelling mistakes. The truth is very simple. Technology is a neutral tool. Human intention determines the impact. And as long as our purpose remains connection, technology will continue to enhance human relationships, not destroy them. Thank you all. Thank you, our beloved audience.
So we have come to the point and we have made made our decisions that group B decided this step. Okay, let's have a clap for it. So group A, you tried your best. All of your fluency, pronunciation, rhythm, we both loved all of those. But the logic was, like kind of a bit weak. So in debate, we usually do focus on the logic, but it was all good, very good. Nice, okay, let's have a clap for them.